So, going to do a recap or a pre-market analysis for today. Ideally, I'd like to be bullish today just with the imbalance that we left, especially on the hourly. You can see not much of it got filled in really at all. We did leave all of this here. Now, do I necessarily think we're going to reach there? Not necessarily, but we did have a nice reaction off of yesterday's lows during London session. Obviously, we have this nice bullish order block and then these lows located right here. And then if we scale down on the 1 minute, the sweep was right on these lows right here. So pretty good reaction out of it. This was a pretty intense candle, however. So it did pretty much exactly what I wanted to do. We did get a market structure shift, so we had this high, we got a closure below, we got a retracement back down, and then a break in structure to the upside. However, this break in structure to the upside would have been up here. So kind of a drastic candle to say the least. But yeah, I mean it is what it is. It's kind of weird setup there, but nonetheless, we got a bullish reaction out of that liquidity sweep to the downside. So liquidity sweep, hourly order block, ended up getting a pretty good reaction out of it. So then we're gonna move into whatchamacallit. Oh, other ways. So we have other ways we can go. Also, I mean, obviously we can still continue to go short. We have these highs, this prominent draw of liquidity on the hourly. Looks the exact same pretty much on the 4 hour as well, because this was all stagnant. So we have this really nice, I mean, either way we have a pretty good setup. This one I think looks a little bit nicer. We do have this bearish order block right here, and obviously London session highs, which is a prominent draw of liquidity. And then we also have one more up here. I would have to say is definitely an internal range from yesterday's New York session. So we have a couple draws of liquidity. I think we would more or less get a reaction right here off of London session highs versus going to these internal highs, but don't necessarily have a bias for the day, just kind of wherever liquidity gets swept, right? So we're going to wait for liquidity to get swept and see a reaction out of one of those order blocks to see, and then get a retracement back in, and then price continue to move in that direction. So I don't really have a bias for today necessarily. I would like it to be bullish just because of all of this imbalance we have left behind from yesterday's New York session. Obviously, we had the big old sell-off there, but yeah, I mean, I'm fine either way. I'm not gonna be opposed to going either way. Really, it's just wherever liquidity gets swept is going to be kind of my bias for the rest of the day. I'm not going to look for a long when the liquidity sweep is to the upside, right? So it wouldn't make any sense. So we're going to just be patient overall for the day. Going to be looking at, so like I said, these are the two. We're going to be looking at these highs. Internal range highs yesterday, London session, and then London session highs and London session lows.